Okay, so as you know, there's going to be an announcement. I'm here to make an announcement with some friends. So as we've mentioned in the MIT New Digs Initiative, we're going to be launching a new project called the LEAPS project that will kick into gear in January. And we're going to be talking about a lot of the relevant underpinnings of that vision over the next couple of days. So at the center of LEAPS is a new collaborative approach to planning, producing, and using knowledge across drug development and patient care. And the goal of LEAPS is to design and pilot an innovation system that delivers more value faster to patients, but in ways that work for all the stakeholders. So what we're excited to announce now is what our first step in LEAPS is going to be, which is going to be to develop a pilot project that leverages Massachusetts as a testbed environment, a statewide testbed environment. We think that this idea is very important and very timely right now because while pharmaceutical R&D always has been, always will be a global enterprise, we think that assessing and optimizing value is increasingly a locally driven set of activities. That's always been true in Europe, and I think it's increasingly becoming true here in America. And we think that Massachusetts is really uniquely suited to be a test bed for this. With our really strong biocluster here, many of you were commenting to me last night about the Kendall Square area, and you had no idea how many biotech and pharma companies are within a few block radius. It's right here. And we also have tremendous provider systems, but they're not as connected as they should be. And so we think we have a terrific opportunity with this pilot to connect these sectors through a new kind of a learning engine. So we hope that LEAPS will improve decision-making for all of the stakeholders across the system and will accelerate the delivery of the right products at the right time to the right patients in the right combinations. And most importantly, we think this is going to be a really important step towards sustainable patient-centered innovation. So we also hope that while this is going to be a Massachusetts pilot, we hope that it actually may have features that represent an important new national model that could be replicated in other states as well. So we have over $500,000 in seed funding. We're very pleased to announce. So that's going to let us move forward starting in January. We'll be working together with our multi-stakeholder collaboration community in New Digs, and also with the funding. Our seed funding has come from GSK, Merck, and Sanofi. And we're very grateful to them for their vision and for their support. And as we've said before, we look forward to working with many of you as this project moves forward. But what I'd like to do is ask some of our special guests to come and make a few comments about this pilot project and what it means to them. And first, this is Kristen Van Vliet, the Associate Provost from MIT, and we're really happy to have Kristen here to say a few words about the institution's perspectives.
Thanks, Gigi. So first of all, I'd like to extend my welcome on behalf of MIT for those of you who have traveled to be here, whether it was down the street from Harvard or MIT, or whether it was from several of you flying in from different countries. Thank you for putting in your time, your energy, and your thought into this challenge. And I'd also like to both thank and congratulate Gigi and her team. So she is the tireless leader of MIT's Center for Biomedical Innovation and really the thought engine behind bringing this LEAPS announcement and partnership to bear. So thank you for all that you do for MIT and this community. So as we all know, those of us who've been involved in New Digs and New Wave forums and this kind of thinking for some time, it is challenging, and CBI's mission has been global health. And not just global health in terms of drug discovery, but really identifying and tackling the hard problems and implementation of even existing solutions so that you don't just bring it to market, you bring it to the patient. And I think LEAPS really builds on that idea of connecting these worlds that operate, as you say, in parallel rather than together. So I think that this plan can really positively impact global health within our lifetimes. And to me, as somebody who works in this technical space, as well as thinks about the administrative implications, that's very exciting. So while this should and will have an impact on global health, I'm also quite pleased that the pilot scale project will take place in Massachusetts. It is an important state cluster, and as we like to call it, it is the Commonwealth. And that really speaks to the focus that our state has on making sure that the solutions we have get out to the maximum number of people, and in this case, patients. So we do have a growing biotech cluster. Kendall Square is an example of that. And how to deal with those challenges and opportunities is my day job. But I think my night job is on challenges like this, along with many of you, of how to actually turn the promise of having many of the leading pharma companies right here in our back door to connecting to the clinics, connecting to the top-rate physicians, medical distribution systems, regulatory agencies, in the country and in our region. So this is the promise of LEAPS. This is why I'm particularly excited about it. And as a university, there's many academic partners here. We each bring our special strengths and interests to this problem. MIT has a strong focus on technology and data analytics, but we have other partners here today, including representatives from Harvard, from Tufts, longstanding partnerships with Worcester Polytech. So that academic environment, being able to connect with these stakeholders in the clinics, in the pharma companies, and also with the regulatory bodies is something that I'm really looking forward to. Part of the way that we've tested MIT's dedication to that is our investment in, both through our thought and time and money, innovation related to pharma manufacturing, which is part of this ecosystem. It's part of this challenge because it affects time to patient, it affects pricing, and it affects many decisions within the companies. So I do want to especially thank the founding sponsors of LEAP. Thank you for taking your time and your treasure and your thought to bringing it to this challenge. MIT is also bringing our thought and time and treasure to how can we affect production of the medicines through our early participation in manufacturing institutes related to this. So finally, what I want to say is that in a world of product by process and clinical trial requirements that can affect pricing decisions, time to market decisions, first in human decisions. It's only through these public-private partnerships that we're going to be able to break out of the silos, get people to work together to have impact in our lifetime, first in Massachusetts and then the world. So thank you very much to Gigi and her team, and thank you all for putting in your time and effort to make a real difference for the patient-centered innovation.
Thank you very much. And we'd like to have a few words from our sponsors. So first I'm going to ask Courtney Davis, who's the Global Head of Real World Data and Analytics at GSK, to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Gigi. It's a pleasure to be here. As an innovation-driven healthcare company, GSK is really excited to be part of this community of the ground-level support for the New Digs LEAP project. And it's really important that we learn and contribute to designing this integrated data ecosystem in Massachusetts and putting patients at the center. Increasing data sharing and integration across the institutions and really working through advanced analytics is going to enable a more robust research infrastructure that can benefit all stakeholders, as we heard about in our first panel this morning. And I think it's going to do so by increasing efficiency in generating the next generation of clinical and real-world evidence. So this approach will hopefully achieve our goal to accelerate the development and the delivery of innovative medicine that will make a real difference in the lives of patients who are waiting. Thank you.
Thanks, Courtney. And next, I'm going to ask Liz Cobbs to come up. So Liz is the Executive Director of HTA Strategy at Merck.
Hi, good morning. Thanks, Gigi. We're really delighted to be here, and we at Merck are very excited to not only continue but now expand with the LEAP program our interactions with the Center for Biomedical Innovation, now the NUDIGS and the LEAP program. I think the idea that we take that oasis and we expand it to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is terrific. I certainly feel that way when I come up to Boston. We have a site here in that very dynamic environment, and I can tell you it's the most growing and the hot site in the company where people would want to work. And it is because this innovation is here. So just as Gigi described this morning, that the LEAP program is really a neutral convener to bring all these different actors together so that we can really find those right solutions that no matter where we are in the healthcare system, we are trying to do to find those right results for patients and to drive that forward in the right way. So I'm excited to be part of it, and we have more and more people at Merck that are going to be getting involved as we go forward. Thanks very much.
And last but not least, I would like to ask Felipe Doltz, VP of Global Regulatory Science and Policy at Sanofi, to make a few comments as well.
Thank you, Gigi. Good morning, everybody. We are really very excited at Sanofi to join this initiative from its inception, especially given our Sanofi's strong presence in Boston area and in Massachusetts at large. We believe that the advances of science and the evolution of new methodologies, the evolution of technologies, coupled with societal expectations and patient needs, create a unique opportunity for the LEAPS project to test new collaborative models in the innovation and care ecosystem. We do share the vision behind the LEAPS project and appreciate very much the opportunity that state like Massachusetts offers for testing such pilot. So it's with that mindset that we're embarking in this journey together, and we're building from the successful experiences that we have had with working with NUDIGS in this environment, and we do hope that this will be another step, positive step towards empowering life. Thank you, Gigi.
Thank you. So thank you very much to all of you. Really appreciate your being here and your support. So I just wanted to let you know that we'll be putting out a press release today. I think it's going out right about now. Yes, in 5 minutes. So you can get more information there. We also have some more information up on our website now as well. So thanks everybody very much, and we look forward to interacting with you around this project as it takes shape. Thanks.